Well, this is kind of my, where I came up in the business. I'm a kind of an East Coast guy. People usually don't know where to put West Virginia, East Coast, Midwest, North. I don't think they did for as long as West Virginia's been a state. A lot of people don't even know West Virginia's a state. But this is, I came out to Kansas, to Independence Community College in 1998. And I was an assistant for Chris Jans, who I worked for at Bowling Green. And, I was there for 3 years and got to know a lot of those Kansas Jayhawk guys are still the same coaches. Jay Herkelman, Craig Fletchall, all those guys are a lot of the same people. I became really good friends with those guys. And then went to New Orleans and was in kind of the Deep South for 5 years, and then came back to Arkansas for 4 years. So the South and the Midwest is kind of my stronghold in recruiting. Like, that's where I've been successful with junior colleges and even transfers and getting to know high school coaches. So a lot of people, what they do is when they look at my resume, and I've moved a lot, and sometimes for good reason and sometimes for not, but a lot of people are like, well, he's a job hopper or jumper, and I'm really not. But what I've tried to do in every spot is really connect with the people in that area. When I was at Bowling Green, we crushed Ohio. Just in the 1 year I was there, we crushed Ohio. In Indiana, been the same way. I've actually had Florida when I was in Indiana, so that was one of my recruiting spots. So at every spot, I've tried to lay a foundation and get to know as many people as I can. And this area, and being the Oklahoma, Texas, if you look at our rosters at Arkansas Tech, Oklahoma, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Kansas, those were where our recruiting, where all of our players came from. So I have a lot of contacts in those areas, and nationally and globally. Believe me, in the last 5 days, I've talked to just about everybody, and have a long list to get to once we leave here today. But I think this is my hotbed. This is where I'm good, and I look forward to getting back to building even more relationships, and getting into Tulsa a little bit more than I ever have been, getting into Oklahoma City a little bit more than I have been, even Missouri, and back into Kansas, and then obviously Arkansas. So I think it's perfect for what we want to do here.